Hello everybody and welcome to a new BeybladeX news video. And for some reason, even though this isn't the actual color of the shirt, in the camera it kind of looks like I got the Minecraft Steve's shirt. So I gotta say, I'm replacing Jack Black in the new Minecraft movie. It was bound to happen, I'm sorry. I'm not as funny, but it'll work out eventually. The ticket sales will probably be around the same. Either way, new stuff. That's pretty cool. More new stuff, following up yesterday's new stuff. Because why not? I don't get a break, and I'm fine with that. A Dran Buster exclusive starter deck. From what I saw, this is going to be a B4 sort of thing, so this is going to probably be sold at events. Just, it's quite literally Dran Buster again, which is a bay that's already reprinted a bunch of time in a bunch of different colors. And it's a good bay, so it doesn't really matter, but it comes with its, honestly, one of its optimal ratchets in 160 reprinted in a bunch of different colors. So that's just really cool for customizing all around. And Excel in a bunch of different colors, which isn't the best bit. Not really the best bit for Dran Buster either, but it's nice to have it in a bunch of different colors. Really, in general, you're here for the ratchets and the Dran Buster recolors. Personally, my favorites have got to be a fucking Slimer Green over here. Like, this is cool and this is cool. This kind of looks like ass over here on the far left. I don't personally like it, but that's up to preference. If anything, I'd probably use purple over here, deep purple, freaking lavender dagger over here. That's not lavender, that's like magenta or something. Uh, Either way, not really the biggest release we have to talk about here. But before we get to the bigger stuff and the sort of cool stuff, uh, Chrome. I don't really keep up with the anime too much. All I know is Chrome is kind of obsessed with one of our main characters. Some know him as BladeX, some know him as Common X. I forget what his Jackson. I didn't forget what his actual name is. That's cool. I only watched it on Netflix, so that's all that matters to me. Either way, guess he's a dragon now. This is for in relation to the box. I think at least I think it's on the box of Packed Drake, which I think they released a full commercial for. Oh God, I completely lost my train of thought here. Uh, but yeah, looks like he's doing some draconic shit. I think it's a cool design. Uh, can't say I'm gonna understand any context in it. All I know is he's purely schizophrenic. So maybe schizophrenia turns you into a genuine dragon. Who knows? Or maybe it's a edgy hot topic thing. Who knows? Maybe you got contact lenses. Uh, when your I guess ex doesn't want to talk to you anymore, I'd get edgy too. I would not. Do not ever. I really do should not compare myself to this character. That is not a good look. This is not a healthy person whatsoever. Uh, Next up though, uh, well, I guess you can call this important. It's looking like Tusk Mammoth has gotten its. I think this is its only release in Japan. I don't think they've given it to them in any other form. But this is a rare get. A rare Bay Get battle version, which is pretty cool. I think that's a really mid reward. Seeing that we already know for pretty decently cheap what the performance of this bay is, and it's garbage. It's a cool recolor of Elevate, and I think it's like 280 or 260. That's dope, I guess. But outside of that, it's not really that good. Especially since I don't know the rare Baguette battle is a complete and total scam. We all know that. So having a arguably mid bay as with just no versatility or anything. I get why they're doing it. It's because Japan doesn't have it yet, but seeing how you can buy like hundreds of dollars of points through purchases of Beyblades, throw that into the app, and you can't even pull Aero Pegasus. This is probably going to be a more like side reward, kind of like how the Black Dranzer is, but I haven't even pulled uh, the Black Transer or whatever it is, the side reward, or I guess Black and Green Hell's Chain is a perfect example. I think that's what it's supposed to be. So, if it is the main reward, that is awful. Following up Arrow Pegasus with this would be insane. But it's cool looking. I can't deny that. It sucks that it's used on Tusk Mammoth, but it's pretty cool. But in better news, Silver Drake is going to be back in the rare gate Baguette battle as a more lower tier reward, kind of like Hell's Chain, black and green. So it'll be easier to get than it's more Cobalt. Like actually, they took the Cobalt out of Cobalt Drake, and now it's going to be easier to get. I wouldn't say you're gonna pull it. It's the pulls are still stupid, but the resale market for this is going to be a lot cheaper than the resale market for normal Cobalt Drake. But the only thing is, Cobalt Drake is a really like badly balanced bay anyway, so I wouldn't say it's worth paying a resale price for. From what I see, Arrow Pegasus performs a lot better than Cobalt Drake does. So if we were to, if this was a normal like non-painted version of Arrow Pegasus over a non-painted version of Cobalt Drake, the Arrow Pegasus would instantly be worth more, and I personally like it more. A lot of bays have that sort of Drake dragon, just lizard, big lizard design. So, but not a lot of them have the Pegasus design, and none of them so far, except for Arrow Pegasus, have it in BeybladeX. So I wouldn't personally spend money on anything besides Arrow Pegasus. But I need a payment plan to buy a resold Arrow Pegasus, and that just makes me look like a tryhard. That is too far. There's a point. I know I've spent at least the amount that people resell in BeybladeX Arrow Pegasus. That amount I've probably spent overall on my Beyblades, maybe a little bit more, maybe a lot more. Who knows? But all that on just one purchase when I could buy like roughly like 12 wizard rods with that, and completely screw up every local tournament because give everyone a wizard rod and make it really annoying. I could do that. I could cause chaos for the same amount of money you resell one Arrow Pegasus for. It's insane. Either way, soccer Beyblade. I think this is awesome. This is an awesome recolor. I can't say I watch football. This is probably going to be sold. I'm pretty sure it was the B4 Limited Giant Strand Dagger was sold on their store. I might be wrong about that, but if that is true, this will probably be the same. Either way, it'll maybe show up in some in-person events through B4, or maybe eventually show up on Takara Tomi's website. But the resales for these, just like how the Giants uh, Strand Dagger wasn't that bad, this should be fine. Maybe not the stadium set. The resale for stadium sets are always pretty shitty anyway, but this should be fine. It's a Hell's Hammer recolor with the Barcelona. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm gonna get murdered if I'm not. Yeah, it has their logo on it, and they did the same for Drandag. I keep saying Drandager. It's Drandbuster. It's Drandbuster. It's in the stock combo. Like I said, Drandbuster just keeps getting reprinted. It's insane. I don't know why they keep doing that much. But I think it's just a cool release. It'll be nice to have another release like this. But before I go, we do have one more thing to talk about. Before we go, I thought I'd talk about how the UX12 Go Circle set actually has some pretty decent bits on it. It looks like, specifically, I would like to point out Leon Claw has a glide on it. You can only still get glide through Rudder Phoenix. So honestly, that's really the only one I care about. But otherwise, it's still just cool that even though it's all crappy base, it's got some good bits. So that's some value. I thought I'd add that in here at the end. But either way, go ahead, like, subscribe, maybe leave a comment down below. Talk about the news we talked about here. And maybe ring that notification bell if you want to see another news video here soon. And y'all, have a great day.